Good evening students. In this video we will discuss about arc welding electrode specification and resistance welding. So what is an electrode? Already we have discussed about arc welding, electric arc welding, where we have used electrodes. Electrode is nothing but a piece of wire of metal or alloy, and sometimes it is of a rod which is with or without flux coating. This electrode carries current for welding. So this is the classification of welding electrode. Welding electrode, as we have discussed, it might be consumable or non-consumable, like tungsten electrode and carbon electrode are non-consumable, whereas the metal electrode is consumable. So this non-consumable electrode is carbon or graphite coated. Another one is tungsten electrode, which is either pure tungsten or zinc coated tungsten. In case of consumable electrode, it can be either bare electrode or flux coated electrode. So flux coated is again of light coated or heavy coated electrode. So consumable electrode, they have low melting point. When arc is generated between electrode and workpiece, the tip of the electrode starts melting and converted in droplets, which transfers to the workpiece. These droplets transferring to the workpiece gets deposited there and produce large heat. So the thermal efficiency of consumable electrode arrangement is higher as compared to non-consumable electrode welding arrangement. Here the droplets, they carry the heat and transfer this heat to the workpiece. Hence the thermal efficiency is high, but the consumable electrode has low melting point. So consumable electrode is of two types. One is bare electrode and the other is flux coated electrode. Bare electrode is made up of metals or alloys but without flux coating. As there is no flux, it does not prevent oxidation or atmospheric contamination. We have already discussed the property, the use of flux is to prevent oxidation and to create a silt. Here there is no flux, so it cannot prevent oxidation or atmospheric contamination, for which the joint will be weak and low ductility. So it is used for minor repair work where strength is not very much required or dominant. So if we will use a bare electrode, the weld quality will be poor. Arc is unstable and improper metal transfer occurs. It is noiseless. So with bare electrode we can do minor repair work, but in this case the weld strength is not very good. Next is flux coated electrode, which is used universally. It prevents oxidation and atmospheric contamination by creating a gaseous shield around the work. Use of this type of electrode results better arc, stable arc and better welding quality, which were the disadvantage of bare electrode. So electrode classification and coding. According to ISI coding system, an electrode is specified by 6 digits with a prefix letter M, which indicates its suitability for metal arc welding. M after that 6 digits. So these 6 digits, M stands for suitable for metal arc welding, and these 6 digits stand for the following. First digit numbering from 1 to 8, and each number stands for a particular type of covering provided on the electrode. Second digit carries number from 1 to 6, and each number represents a particular position of welding in which the electrode can be used. Third digit may carry any number from 0 to 7, and this number represents a particular current condition suitable for that particular electrode. Next digit, fourth digit, it indicates the minimum tensile strength of the weld metal. It may carry any number from 1 to 8, and each number represents a particular tensile strength in kg per centimeter square. Fifth digit indicates the percentage elongation of deposited weld metal in tensile testing. Different percentages are represented by numbers from 1 to 5. Sixth digit indicates the minimum impact value of the weld metal. Different values are represented by numbers from 1 to 5. So these 6 digits give information about 6 different required parameters. Next, we will discuss about resistance welding. Like arc welding, resistance welding is of great application. But resistance welding is a type of pressure welding. Arc welding was a type of fusion welding, but resistance welding is a type of pressure welding, where the end of the metal pieces are heated to fusion point and mechanical pressure is applied to join the contact surfaces. So in this type of welding, the pieces to be joined are held together and a strong electric current, AC current of high amperage and low voltage is passed through the pieces. When current passes from one piece to other, a resistance to the flow of current is developed. Due to this resistance, heat is generated and raise the temperature of material to its melting point at their junction. So heat developed as per the principle H equal to I square RT, where H is the heat developed at the junction, I is current in ampere, R is resistance in ohm, and T is time in second. The mechanical pressure applied at this moment completes the weld. This welding process is widely used for making welded joints in sheet metal parts, bars and tubes. So resistance welding is nothing but it is a pressure welding where by applying electric current through the two metal pieces, a resistance is developed which develops heat, which is used to raise the temperature of the metal pieces to their fusion or melting point. And by application of mechanical force, these pieces are joined together. As we know, In resistance welding, both heat and pressure is applied. The factors which are to be controlled during welding is welding current. So that current must be properly adjusted by using a current control device. Proper welding current is necessary for obtaining a proper welding joint. Next is welding pressure. In resistance welding, mechanical pressure is applied at two different stages. First, to hold the metal pieces tightly between the electrodes known as weld pressure, and second one is applied to force the metal pieces together known as forge pressure. So these pressures must be regulated as per the requirement. Next is time of application. This is also known as cycle time and comprises of the following time periods. First one is weld time. So weld time is nothing but time for which current flows through the metal pieces to raise their temperature. Next is squeeze time or forging time. So this is the time period for which forge pressure is applied to squeeze the metal pieces. Third one is hold time or cooling time. So this is the time period for which the metal pieces are held together for solidification after application of forge pressure. Next is off time. The time period between the release of electrode. Once it is solidified, the electrodes are released, and the start of the next welding cycle. So in between the release of electrode and start of the next welding cycle, the time period is known as off time. So this time of application is to be regulated properly. And the last factor is contact area of electrodes. The weld size depends on the contact area of the face of the electrodes. Suitable sets of electrodes is to be provided to obtain required weld size. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of resistance welding? Advantages: it provides better surface finish used in automobile and aerospace industries. And disadvantage: it is applicable for only low thickness material, high cost, no leak proof joint. So this is the classification of resistance welding. This resistance welding is divided into 6 main methods: spot welding, butt welding, flash welding, seam welding, projection welding, and precaution welding. These 6 weldings will be discussed in detail in next video. However, all these welding process based on the principle of resistance welding, that is, application of electric current to develop a resistance between the two pieces to be joined, and application of forge pressure at the time when the two ends are at fusion or melting temperature, and after that the joint is allowed to cool and solidify, as a result of which a welded joint is obtained.